Alright, so we're here again. Been slacking on these prediction videos and things like that, the DanCrase sort of memorial prediction videos. We've just been really busy down at the shop and elsewhere, so it's just not been the right time. But obviously this coming up UFC is a big one, UFC 245, so let's just get straight into it I suppose. So I'll start with Jose Aldo versus Marlon Moraes. So I don't think there's a lot to say about this. This is Jose Aldo's sort of first step down at £135, and I think it's a massive mistake. I think it's too much weight to lose. I think he's struggling at 145 simply because he's cutting too much weight in the first place. So yeah, I don't see this going very well for him at all, especially the fact that Marlon Moraes is extremely dangerous at the best of times. You really don't need to be going in against him dehydrated. I think Marlon's going to make quick work of it, probably first round stoppage. I'm thinking something along those lines. Next fight I'm pretty sure is Amanda Nunes versus Germaine de Randamie. So conventional wisdom is going to say obviously bet on the side of Amanda Nunes. The thing is in some of Amanda's losses, some of sort of her biggest struggles have been against strikers really, especially someone as long and rangy as de Randamie. Now I know she's just come off the back of absolutely annihilating Chris Cyborg, and you think, well, you know, if she's run through Chris Cyborg, what's Germaine de Randamie got for her? But Germaine de Randamie is a much more technical striker than Cyborg. Cyborg just runs in with her head down, loads of power, obviously a pile of Mexican supplements in her arsehole, and hopes for the best really. I think she swings a bit. I've never really been that impressed with her. Germaine is not that type of fighter. She's extremely technical. She's long and rangy, and she has sort of a full spectrum of sort of Thai boxing strikes, which as much as people like Joe Rogan will tell you she has, Chris Cyborg does not have that sort of arsenal at her disposal. So I think this is a much tougher fight. That said, I think Nunes is overall the more rounded fighter. She's a better wrestler, better jiu-jitsu, better everything else. I think she's probably got single punch power. She's got more than Germaine de Randamie, I would guess. Although it's difficult to say, but it certainly appears that way. And she's definitely got more experience in championship fights and just the UFC overall, MMA, top to bottom experience all goes on the side of Amanda Nunes. So ultimately I'm going to pick Amanda Nunes anyway, but I don't think it's going to be as one-sided as everyone thinks. I think if it's going to be a stoppage, I really think it's going to be some sort of submission or maybe ground and pound. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm leaning towards a decision on that one, to be honest with you. Next fight is Max Holloway versus Volkanovski. Ultimately, I'll be perfectly honest, I don't know all that much about Volkanovski. We've seen him fight in the UFC, he's been very successful, and his last couple of fights have been against pretty decent competition in Aldo and Mendes, but at the same time, they're both definitely on the downside of their sort of career projection, I suppose you would call it. They're losing left, right and centre. Mendes has retired. Aldo's, you know, desperate to try and make something happen by losing all this weight to get down to £135. So I know on paper his resume looks pretty good recently, does Volkanovski's, but I'm not buying into it so much. I think Max Holloway is going to walk it, I'll be perfectly honest. He's way bigger and rangier, longer, way more experience, definitely more championship round experience, and other than stepping up a weight division to take on Poirier, he's looked unstoppable really in his own weight division. So I'm leaning towards Max Holloway, and I think it's probably going to be either stoppage in the late rounds or another decision, and I'm leaning towards decision again. In fairness, Volkanovski does appear to be quite tough, so he should be hard work to get out of there, so I'm going with decision. And then finally you've got Colby Covington against Kamaru Usman, and this one is very difficult to pick. I think they've ultimately got a very similar style. I think Colby uses a bit more speed and volume, whereas I think Usman tries to muscle it a bit more, and I think that might potentially be his downfall. I think if he tries to muscle it against someone as fit and in shape and who's on his bike as much as Colby is, and Colby's going for so much volume, I think he can potentially wear Usman down. Usman's obviously, he's quite muscly, and I think with the right approach he can make his own body work against him. I also think, I don't know if anyone's been watching like the countdown videos and things like that, but Usman's knees are strapped up like a mummy, and I know he spoke about having knee issues and things like that most of his career, but it's not looking good when he's got his knees strapped up just to walk up and down a set of stairs and stuff, you know what I mean? So especially against someone like Colby, who's still young and he's on the climb side of things, I suppose it's one thing going against a few of the old names and knocking people off like that, but when you come up against one of these guys like Colby, I think that might be it might be a step too far for Usman, I think, and it's a long time since I think he's fought someone like that, so it's very difficult to, I think, prepare for someone who's setting records every time he comes out for volume and pace and things like that, or whatever markers you want to use. Colby really puts the pressure on him, and I don't think he's felt that pressure in a long time. At least not in a fight. Maybe in training I might be underestimating him, but you know, this is what we're doing. We're predicting things, aren't we, here? So I'm predicting Colby to pressure Usman pretty much the entire fight, and I actually think he's going to get some sort of stoppage. I think probably a TKO stoppage, even though it won't really be a proper TKO. I don't see him panned out on his back, but I see him maybe curling up to the pressure, and as Colby's just, you know, swinging on him, the ref will jump in and end it that way, and Usman will be able to stand up and say, you know, what are you doing, stopping the fight, I'm okay, and all that sort of stuff that they do, but that's how I see it going. So that's it really for these predictions. Obviously let us know down below if you agree, disagree, or what your opinions on the fights are. If there's any of the undercard fights you think I've overlooked and missed off, I've done it intentionally, to be honest. I think those top three are big enough in their own right that, you know, they've sort of took the shine off some of the low fights. The only reason I commented on the Aldo fight is Aldo used to be seen as unstoppable, and I honestly think he's going to get made to look like an amateur and probably retire this weekend. So apart from that, I didn't think anything else had quite as much significance. I wasn't really that interested in them. But if you think I'm missing something, again, like I say, let me know. And then obviously the point of the YouTube channel is to try and get people over to the shop, www.fight-central.co.uk. Loads of martial arts equipment and things like that over there, especially if you're looking for the highest quality sort of striking equipment is what we've generally got in stock at the moment. All proper 100% leather, boxing gloves, shin pads, kick pads, what have you. There's a few vinyl and sort of leatherette type products on there, but for the most part it's all 100% top grade leather. You can't go wrong pretty much buying anything off the website. Everything we have is tried and tested by experienced people who know what they're talking about. We wouldn't sell a product that any of us would not, you know, use ourselves, basically. There's no cheap rubbish on our website, so head over to there if you're interested in that sort of stuff. And also, again, I don't like bringing this sort of stuff up, but I'm going to do it, is can you please give us a like and a subscribe and all of those type of things, if you don't mind. It just really helps out the channel, which in turn helps out the shop, which in turn lets us help out people who train and fight. So hopefully see you in the next video. Thanks a lot, bye.